rate cut and even the lower oil prices. This after the Fed cut its rate target by a quarter percentage point at its December policy meeting. Remember, the market is pricing in 2 to 3 Fed rate cuts this year. But let's see how this pans out right now.
Well, absolutely. And let's focus in on what Trump really did last week in a major escalation when US President Donald Trump then announced sweeping tariffs and sanctions on Colombia after it blocked US deportation flights carrying migrants. Colombia, America's third largest trading partner in Latin America, then hit back, threatening a 50% tariff on US goods. In fact, Trump labeled the move a national security threat, also marking a tougher stance in his foreign policy approach.
All right, and in their first call since Donald Trump returned to the White House, the US President and UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer discussed trade and agreed to meet soon. The leaders explored ways to promote a fair economic relationship as Trump eyes new tariffs on Canada, Mexico and even China starting February 1. The move could have ripple effects on global trade, including UK exports.
Alright, then moving on, Qatar has brokered a breakthrough in the Israel-Hamas ceasefire, announcing the release of Israeli hostage Arbel Yehoud and 2 others by Thursday. In return, Palestinians will be allowed to return to northern Gaza starting Monday, ending a standoff that had paused the ceasefire's key provisions.
Okay, moving on to some more news. American automaker Kia is recalling more than 80,000 vehicles due to floor wiring beneath the front passenger seat that can become damaged and even prevent airbags and seatbelts from deploying properly. Now, this move follows one in November when Hyundai and Kia Motors recalled over 208,000 electric vehicles to fix a transistor in charging control unit that could be damaged and stop charging the 12-volt battery.
Alright, then moving on, some good news for music lovers. Then Spotify and Universal Music Group have struck a new multi-year deal enhancing access to UMG's vast music catalogue. In fact, the agreement includes direct licensing, new subscription tiers and bundled content offerings, now promising richer experiences for artists, songwriters and listeners. In fact, Spotify CEO Daniel Ek called it a step toward making music subscriptions more appealing globally.
In the meantime, South Korea's impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol has been indicted for insurrection over his brief imposition of marital law last month. Now, prosecutors allege the decree aimed to suppress political activity and even the media freedom. Yoon's lawyers called the charges the worst choice, while opposition leaders welcomed the move as a step towards accountability.